One great result. Call for a free consultation.
Hello.
Hi.
Yeah. Hi.
We're already on this. Oh. Huh?
All right, well, you call me back after.
In a minute, I'll call you back. Huh?
After you
I'm on here now. You need to come down here and listen yourself. Come on down here. Come on, bye.
Put everything.
That was the scene at the New York Stock Exchange. Morning cheers and applause as New York Governor Andrew Cuomo rang.
Get on video. Maybe you should do that.
There were many fewer than before. CNN changes that have been put in place.
So far, one change is the media is not allowed in. The other change you mentioned, fewer traders on the floor of the usual traders. That's all you would see. That's about 80 traders on the floor right now. And that's to enable those social distancing guidelines. That's our force.
There's a ton of interference. For those of us who are on the phone, can everybody push their mute button?
Sure can.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us.
Hello.
Hello, how are you?
Hello.
Good. As you join, please mute. I'm going through trying to mute everybody, but as you join, please mute. And we will get started in 1 minute.
8, 1, 6, 9, 3. Welcome to
Turn the camera off.
Oh, please mute as you come in. Good to see you. Good to see you.
Hi, everybody. Welcome. This is our social experiment. So we're going to try to get this meeting done. As people come in, I have WebEx kind of programmed to mute, but I see that that's not working too well. So I need you to help me and mute as you join us. I'm now about to start the presentation. And of course, they are mowing the lawn right outside of this window. So please, forgive me if I get kind of loud as I'm hearing the lawnmower go off. I didn't account for that one. Thank you for joining us, everyone. Okay, I'm going to get the presentation started. So you're going to not see me, and you're going to see the presentation, hopefully. Let me make sure I get this right.
Oh.
Okay. Hopefully you can see the PowerPoint, but I still need everyone to mute. Let me go through and find this person that's.
Mute these.
He's on mute. They can't hear.
Should be muted on mute.
John, your computer is not muted.
We're not on mute. Yes, we are.
Awesome. This is a lot better. Okay, so let me get you started with the meeting norms. Welcome all of our graduates and families. I thank you so much for joining us. I want to make sure I'm not muted. Can you guys hear me? Give me a nod. Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. All right. So for our meeting norms, just getting everything started here. Sorry about that. I'm just trying to get my PowerPoint going. Here we go.
What up, brother?
Edison Soto, you not muted.
Yes.
Okay, we're ready.
Yes.
Okay, let me get this going. I'm really trying to click it, guys. It's not, okay, wait one moment. I will be right with you in a moment. Mr. Griffith, if you want to greet everybody while I'm working the PowerPoint, I would appreciate it.
Good afternoon, everyone. Hope you can all hear me. It's been a crazy couple months here trying to get all of this situated. And really, we have one goal in mind, and that's to do everything we can to celebrate the class of 2020. Really, we've just been working around the clock here. I'm sure you've gotten the email responses from me at very odd, crazy times. All of us here have been working nonstop around the clock, just trying to get everything ironed out so that we can, while we tackle something new, still make it so that it's fun and enjoyable, and we get a chance to celebrate all these accomplishments. You know, I've been in your lives for 3 years, some of you, but obviously this is 13 years in the making in your education. So we want to do everything we can to bring this to a culmination here. We've got a lot going on the next 6 days, 8 days, excuse me, 8 days, including today. And it's going to, we just want to make sure that we have everything lined up so that you know exactly what to expect as things happen, as things come from day to day. We don't expect you to have all of this memorized. We don't expect you to know exactly where to go. We're going to have plenty of staff on site, including help from the Charles County Sheriff's Office each day that we are coming through the parking lots so that we can make sure that we push you in the right direction. I know what it's like to drive in a city or somewhere where I don't know what to expect with a lot of cars around me. And so we want you to know that when you show up for whatever event it is, we want to know that we're going to push you in the right direction and we're going to direct you there. So please, we do just ask that you're patient with us and that you're we'll do this the same and try to be as customer service and as patient with you all as we all go down this endeavor for the very first time. I promised you all you were going to go down in history. You may not have thought that I was being serious, and I had no idea what I was saying, I guess, whenever I said it. But wow, here we are. You are all going to go down in history. So, Ms. Roberts, you want to share the meeting norms? It looks like you have it started, and then I'll take over when you're ready.
Okay, so with the meeting norms, we're asking that everyone please mute the audio on your devices upon joining the meeting. I have the meeting set up where it was supposed to automatically mute you, but I don't know if people are unmuting as they join, so I really need you to do that, because even now I am hearing background noise, and in order for this to be effective, we need everyone muted so everyone can hear. Next, I need you to feel free to type all questions in the comments section so that we can get to your questions. We will answer the questions in the comments section at the end of the presentation because we actually may have an answer for you during the presentation. Time is valuable to us, so we will begin the meeting on time, which we try to, and we're going to try to end it on time. And I wanted everyone to know that this meeting is being recorded, because what we're going to do is share it out with the community for those who were not able to attend the meeting at this time. Last thing, your patience and courtesy is very much appreciated. And again, I'm going to reiterate, please mute as you join. Don't unmute yet. So thank you so much. I'm going to advance. Something keeps happening with it. I'm sorry. Somebody's trying to annotate, and then it's messing up my presentation, but I'm trying. Okay.
Is it okay if I go ahead and discuss senior drop-off pickup day?
You should see it now.
All right, I can see it. Wonderful. Thank you, Ms. Roberts, for the intro. Again, please put those questions in there, and we'll do everything we can to answer those at the end of the presentation. So obviously the big chunk of this will be for everybody. At the end, stay on and we'll answer those questions when we get there, okay? And again, just please, as people come, try to remind them for Ms. Roberts to mute in the chat for me. So senior drop-off pickup day is going to be on May 29th. That's this Friday coming up in the Westlake High School parking lot. We need everybody to enter the Smallwood Drive. That's as if you were a driver, you were a student parker, and you were coming to school, coming through the Smallwood side. I need you to come that entrance because we have kind of like a parade setup. We have a setup coming in where, like I said, every little piece of this is going to be kind of like a celebration, and a lot of people want to see you guys. So we have a lot of staff members are going to come and assist, and we have kind of like a parade setup with a lot of things going on. So please enter the Smallwood Drive. If you try to come in the other way, you won't be able to get in. You have to circle all the way around, and I do not want anybody to be stressed or frustrated with that. So please come in that area. If the graduate is in the vehicle, please make sure that they occupy a window seat so they can do the talking, they can do the handing off and all that stuff. We're going to follow all of the CCPS guidelines for putting things on tables, and so we can be as safe and as we possibly can with everything. So again, follow all directions when you come in the parking lot, and make sure that if the graduate is in the vehicle, they're in the window seat. If they're not, please make sure that the representative has a student ID. All right, we're going to break this up into 2 parts on Friday. All right, really need last names A through L to come between 8 and 10. We're going to have all those bags and all of those items ready from 8 to 10 on Friday, and then get a little break for us to regroup, get some things situated, and then we'll have M through Z ready from 11 to 1 on Friday afternoon. So that's kind of where we're at with that. If we can go to the next slide, I want to show you guys what all of the stations are going to be. So when you come in through Smallwood, really there's only one way you're going to be able to go. It's almost like you're going to come in, directly take a right at that stop sign, go towards the school court, towards the tennis courts there, and you're going to follow along the curb of the school until you get to the front of the school, and then you're going to exit out the Middletown exit. And as you go along, there's going to be different stations. We're going to try to do our best to not block everyone up. Everyone's time is valuable, you know, being able to get enough staff members here during that day and keeping them safe. We're trying to keep everything in mind as well as keeping you all safe. So we're going to have different stations set up. The first station, when you come in, right along the curb should be laptops, textbooks, uniforms, unpaid senior dues, that kind of thing. Fees will be that table. There'll be a table set up for that. As you move along, the next station is going to be where you're going to pick up all your materials that either you left behind or that you need for your pictures. For the next week. Everything should be in those bags, those tables. And again, you're going to have a table there set up for where your name in the alphabet falls. Hopefully we'll get that going kind of quickly. We just please ask that you be patient. Please drive at a reasonable speed so that we can make sure that we get you in and out of there as safe as possible. And then the last station is going to be where you're going to fill out a survey for us. We want to know who's participating in the June 2nd ceremonial walk, the picture, so to speak, the setup picture that we have for virtual graduation. If you don't want to do the Dropbox method, if you don't want to drop off a picture online, you want to be here for that ceremonial walk, you can. We just need to know. We have to plan accordingly. So you're going to do a survey at that time. And unfortunately, at that time, if you say yes, you are participating, you're going to get a parking pass for June 2nd, as well as a time slot for June 2nd, and a name card. A couple of things will be handed out, cards color coded, so you know what time you're going to be there and what everything will be set up for that June 2nd ceremony. If you say no, if you're not going to participate, all fine. Again, it's optional, but we are going to give you directions for submitting your photo that you want to be shown at the virtual graduation at that time. So either you want to show up, you want to get your picture taken by Shelley Mackey or whoever's going to be there for that picture from the board to take your picture on stage, and you can do so. Or no, you don't want to participate, and then we'll give you directions on how to submit that photo before June 4th so that we can put that video together for the 11th viewing. Okay, so again, I threw a lot of dates out at you, but I just want you to know that on May 29th, the day of the pickup, the very last station, you're going to have an opportunity to either opt into a June 2nd ceremonial walk or opt out of it, in which case you have to upload your own photo for the virtual graduation. Ms. Roberts, do you want to piggyback off any of that? Is there anything I missed off that slide? It's a very important slide.
If you left any textbooks in your locker, don't worry about that. We have cleaned the lockers out. We have taken out the Westlake belongings, such as the textbooks, and the rest of it has been put in the bag. So when you pick up, you're going to pick up the remaining contents of your locker. That's already been done for you.
Gym locker.
Gym lockers as well. I think I heard someone saying that. Yeah, gym lockers as well have been dealt with today. So those items should be in there. All right. Next thing, again, it seems like kind of a fluid situation here is with final transcripts. So a quick letter there. I'm not going to read the whole thing to you. You guys can read that, but I want you to know that there's going to be both unofficial and official transcripts in your bags on Friday when you come to pick up all your graduation stuff. It's a little bit different than times past. You're going to be responsible for getting those transcripts out to the college, university, branch, and military that you're going to attend, and that Westlake will not be sending those out this year. It is expected, and again, it's underlined right there. The official transcript is put in a sealed envelope. Don't open it. Just forward it to the official transcript of the admissions office, college, university, or military recruiter. Okay, so again, that last sentence is very, very important. The official transcripts are going to be in a sealed envelope. Do not open it. Just forward it to the official transcript, admissions office, college, university, or military recruiter. All right.
Make sure when you forward it that you place it in another envelope. So you're going to place that sealed envelope inside of another envelope, address it to your college, and send it there. The reason why I'm saying this, and I know you guys are like, well, duh, Ms. Roberts, I know that, but we have had students actually forward just that envelope and it's been returned to Westlake because they never put their college information on there. So this is, you know, adulthood, you got to get all of that done because we won't be able to do that for you.
Okay. All right, so that's kind of takes care of Friday and what Friday should look like. June 2nd, all right, which is next Tuesday. We are inviting you all, and again, at that station 3 on Friday, you'll be able to opt into this if you want to. You're invited to the ceremonial walk, where we're going to stage having a graduation stage set up for pictures for virtual graduation. And again, it's not mandatory, but if you want to make the ceremonial walk and you don't want to upload your photo using Microsoft Forms, you are welcome to participate. So I kind of want to review a few things with that day and how that's going to look. So when you opt in on Friday, if you opt in, you're going to get a designated time to arrive on the 2nd. We're still going to ask that you enter the Smallwood Drive entrance, and we are asking that you mind your time slot. It's going to be a lot going on. We have only so much staff and so many people at the sheriff's office. I would hate to have anybody not get to enjoy this day. We really want to just take a chance to celebrate. So it is important that we follow the times and follow the directions that are given to us. We don't want anybody to stress out about anything this day. If you are being put in a holding area and you're not quite there, I promise we're going to get everybody who opts in a chance to participate in this. So when you show up that day, just be mindful that this is new to all of us, and we're going to get a lot of things going through this day, but we will have it. We already have it organized. The staff is ready. They're ready to get the cars in, get you to a place where you have a good opportunity to see your graduate walk across stage and get you out in an orderly and safe fashion. The main thing is we want to keep everybody safe. So we're going to follow all social distancing policies. So again, graduates, when you show up, you're going to wear your cap and gown, whatever awards you get in your packet on Friday, everything has to be ready, and you must wear the mask that is provided for you in your bag on Friday as well. All right. Upon check-in, we're going to look for your a window. We're going to give you a placard to put in your window, and it's going to be color coded as for your time when you're allowed to come. And that's what staff's going to be looking for. They don't know everybody. I know some of them know you, but we're going to be looking for that placard as to what time you are. Depends on where you're going to get through. So it's important that you follow the time that's given to you so that we can get you through the parking lot, like I said, safely and orderly, so you have an opportunity to see your student walk across that stage that'll be set up in the parking lot. If you bring an oversized or commercial vehicle, something like an RV party bus, something like that, you're going to be directed towards the back of the parking lot so we can get you right out as soon as your student's done. Obviously, we don't recommend it. Our parking spots are fitting normal size cars, normal size SUVs, and if we have too many people into the parking lot at one time, we're going to have to shut it down because the sheriff's department is going to be there watching things, and we cannot have too much of that going on. So we're asking that you bring your regular car with one other adult in there with you besides the driver, and that's what we're asking. Though that has all been emailed out to you, I know, but we just want to make sure that we follow all staff directions so we can make this an enjoyable experience. You bring one of those vehicles, chances are you're going to be escorted out by the sheriff's department, and that's not what we want for anybody on this day. We want you to come and enjoy this day, but we got to do it safely and we got to do it smart.
We know Westlake is not that extra, but this is a rule, and that was put in place because we heard at other schools there was some extra stuff going on. So we figured, let us warn you. Don't be that extra. Also, when your vehicle arrives, we're looking for the graduate as well as the placard. So other vehicles arriving without the graduate in it saying, I'm here to view the graduate. No, I'm sorry, the graduate must be in the car. in the vehicle, I'm sorry, in the vehicle. Again, those limousines, party buses, RVs, I heard about tractors with hay bales in the back, all of that. That would be way, way, way back in the parking lot. And you are going to mess up your own opportunity to see your student. So please don't be that extra, okay?
All right, so obviously the plan right now is to do this in the student staff parking lot, the little area between the two parking lots. We're going to set up a stage. This is it. There's no high wind, no rain. Ideal situation right now. I've been checking every 10 minutes. You can ask Miss Roberts. It is going to be 72 degrees and partly sunny. You know, absolutely perfect for a guy like me. That's what I'm looking for. Hopefully the humidity is not too much. Hopefully we don't get wind. May have to make a decision, but we want to show you the first plan based on an outdoor ceremony. And this is what we're looking at. So looking at this picture right here, we have the entrance that you can see is the Smallwood entrance. So the school, the tennis courts, all of that are at the bottom of your screen. All right, that's across from Westlake. That's is it Prestancia Thoroughbred Court on the top of your screen there. And then the parking lot, you can kind of see, you can get an idea of how the cars are going to be facing the stage. The stage will be in the middle of the staff and student parking lot. Your student parking lot is on the left. It's the big long parking lot, goes from spots 220 until about 400 and some. There's a lot of parking spots there. We can't use all of those parking spots. We can't have everybody in the parking lot at one time. We're going to break all kinds of rules and then we're going to have to shut it down. So the idea is that we give you your time card and you'll be able to come in waves and we can get each set of cars moving forward through the, I guess through the different ceremonies. And we're going to do the same thing over and over and over again as cars come in and ours come out. So when you come in, again, we want you to come in the Smallwood entrance. You're going to be directed immediately by staff members to the holding area, the hold area for the next 40 cars. You can see it there on the screen. You're going to be directed into a parking spot, really, is what it is. And we're going to have them painted up with different types of paints, different colors. So you'll see, and we'll have the numbers highlighted and all that stuff. So you'll be able to be directed directly to a parking spot. And now, as the spots fill up and as our graduates walk on stage, you're going to be moving up forward through and stay in the exact same spot, just a row over. So as you go through, there'll be more staff members to give you an idea as to what spot you're going to move forward to. But we want to keep the cars at a safe distance so that when you get up to the front, everybody's going to have a front row seat. There will be no car in front of you. We're going to have them kind of diagonal from each other so that there's a safe distance away from everybody. You will all be allowed to have one person get out of the car, one person out of the vehicle, stand in front so that you can get a great shot of your student walking through the student procession onto the stage and then back out towards the school. All right, so again, you're going to be shifting up forward through those spots. Just follow the directions of the staff members. We have staff members who are being trained on how to move the cars up forward. There will also be Sheriff's Department members, Charles County Sheriff's Office. They're helping us with the traffic control. But we're going to move you up. We want everybody to have a front row view for this. So we're not gonna kick you out before you get to that front row. If everything, if as long as everybody follows the rules and we do everything we will get you to be one of those first 16 cars before you exit and as we move everybody out. Then once your student walks across the stage, so that they're going to go line up once they get out, once they walk across the stage, we get all 16 of those first set of graduates out. You will be exiting out towards, you can see the arrows along the bottom. You'll be able to pick up your student and exit out the Middletown Road exit. We are asking that we can't have anybody in the staff parking lot, nobody in the bus parking lot at this time. We want everybody who is later, every graduate, every car full of every parent to have a picture that doesn't have cars in the background of it. We don't want a bunch of cars behind the stage. So after you pick up your student, we're asking that you continue on through, pick up your student and head out to the Middletown area. Again, there'll be staff there directing you so you can get out in an appropriate way, but we can't have anybody lingering, hanging out. You're going to have to go somewhere else for different photos. The photo for this day is on stage. That's the photo. We want to get that photo, not only for the virtual graduation, but also for your parent or guardian who shows up in your car on that day. And like I said, we got to get you out. We want everybody's photo, everybody to have a great photo. Miss Roberts and I walked out there. We saw it. It's a beautiful backdrop. We have the sky, the blue sky behind you with the stage and the schools on both sides, trees and everything. It looks really nice as long as there aren't cars behind you. If there's a bunch of cars and people getting out of cars, it doesn't look quite as nice. So if we just continue that traffic flow, get everybody out, and you have to take other pictures later on that day somewhere else. It gives everybody their opportunity to get through. And just to put this in mind for everybody, we're talking about quite a long day for Miss Roberts and I. You know, this is going to be, we're going to start this first thing in the morning, and we probably won't get our last group out until about dinner time. So we're going to be doing this all day. So it's important when your time comes, you move forward in an appropriate manner, you follow the directions of the staff, and you head out in a proper manner as well, so we can get everybody through. Everybody who wants to opt in deserves their opportunity to get on that ceremonial stage, get that picture taken, and then exit out. So again, the last thing I can say is just remember that on this day, June 2nd, if you opt in, you'll have a time card. Make sure that you enter the Smallwood area. Follow directions from there. We'll get you as close as we can to the stage as possible, so you can get those photo opportunities. And then when you're asked to leave, just make sure you exit out, pick up your student by the school, by the gym area, and then head out the Middletown exit when it's time to leave. Ms. Roberts, anything to add?
Yes, so as you look at the first two rows here that we have the cars, understand that the very first row immediately in front of the stage will be where photographers, it will be the board photographer as well as Life Touch, taking official photos of your student. These official photos will be used in the virtual graduation. The next two rows will be you guys, as you know, for the first 16, and understand, as Mr. Griffith said, it's going to be every other parking space for social distancing. And in the second row, you're going to be in those opposite parking spaces. So it doesn't show well on this graph, but what it's really is happening is everybody gets a bird's eye view without a vehicle in front of them to see their child. Okay. And again, you just move up to the next set. So we all wanted you to have that view. Whoever can fit in your vehicle, we're asking for 2 adults and the student. But if you have, like, if they have siblings, you know, we have this, as long as the student is in the car, as long as it is one vehicle, that's not our business as far as that's concerned. And as long as only one adult exits the car to take the photo for the family, if you want photos sooner than that, we're good with that also. For blended families, I need you all to work through that for me so that it's one vehicle. Mr. Griff, you were muted. You were muted. Okay, now you're good. Okay.
On that commercial, I'm sorry about that. All right, so if we have high winds, if we have some rain, we're going to have to move it to inside. And this is going to be, we've got a backup plan. We're ready for this. But this is where we're going to need even more cooperation and even more patience. As we get inside, we're going to be limited to the space. We're going to be limited to what we can bring in and what we can bring out. Obviously, it worries us with traffic flow, but what we're going to do is we're going to do everything we can to, I guess, just make sure that we keep you safe. All right, so we're going to do it into the auditorium if we have to do it inside. All right. So the graduate and 2 people are going to be allowed to come inside, and we're going to be directing you to 2 separate doors. There's a door that's going to be for the straight to the auditorium, and there's one that goes to the gym auditorium lobby, and we're going to direct you at that time to exit those vehicles. We're going to have it marked off every 6 feet so that we can keep our distance, and we're going to make sure that we line up the same way we would outdoors, but we're going to line you up into the auditorium. The graduates will be lined up into the auditorium. So again, the graduates will go in one door, line up, get their cards ready to give to the speaker so they can say the name as they go across the stage. The designated guests will be escorted to the back of the auditorium to stand on those social distancing markers at that time. And again, we're asking that you stand. We're going to have staff on site to clean and do everything we can in between each showing, just like we're supposed to, but we want to make sure that we don't we don't do anything to compromise anybody's health and safety in that point. So we're asking that you stand at the back, get your picture, and then obviously the graduate's going to place their name card on the table, walk across the stage, pose for their photo, and then exit the building almost immediately. Okay, so we're going to have a process for getting the guests towards the front of the stage and then out as well, and then we'll get you back to your cars so that we can get the next group in at that time. So again, if it's indoors, we're going to do a little bit different of a show where we're not allowed to have as many cars, as many people lined up. So we're going to have markers set up so everybody is keeping at a right distance. And then we're going to mark the graduates in that order. They're going to give their card, march across the stage. You'll have an opportunity to get that picture across the stage. And then as soon as they get that picture, march across the stage, we're going to have you exit and head out back towards your car in the parking lot so we get the next group in. Ms. Roberts, what else for that day?
No, that works. So even though you're standing in the back of the auditorium, when your student is ready to walk, we will motion for their family to come forward. Like, okay, whose baby is this? Come on forward. And you will be able to almost walk with them. You'll be walking on the floor and they'll be walking on the stage, but you both will be walking out the door, as you get it. So it will work with photos and videos, okay?
And then the big show, the celebration of, the actual moment will be on Thursday, June 11th. All right, so starting at 7 a.m., they're going to air the graduation ceremonies on YouTube. I know what that second one is, Comcast Channel 96 and Verizon Fios 12. And then after that date, CCPS is going to make them all available on CCBOE website for viewing and for download. So pretty much anywhere in the country, people will be able to enjoy this ceremony. So a lot building up to that. And the reason why we have a week in between is because there's going to be a lot of moving parts with different sets of pictures. People would get their picture taken on the 2nd. Other people will upload their picture to a Dropbox before the 4th, and then they'll put all of this together, including the speeches, everything else that goes into a graduation, and we'll put all the show we put together for the 11th.
So the virtual roll call in the graduation, when your child's name is called, they will show their official yearbook photo, and alongside that will be the virtual, the ceremonial walk photo or the one that you upload. So it's going to be like we actually put together a program and you will get copies of the graduation program and everything. We put all of this together, and so the ceremony is as true to what you could get as possible in these circumstances. Not ideal, I understand, but you're gonna get some benefits to it though. So it should be good. All right, this is my turn to do my sorry, not sorry slide. You guys should know my heart by now. I believe in communication. I believe in customer service. I love on our kids, but on these days, I also take care of my staff. We have got to follow directions on these days. We wanted to make sure our kids had a ceremony, but I am not putting anybody in jeopardy. And whatever you believe as far as the pandemic, the social distancing, we are following CDC guidelines. That means if people start gathering and not following directions, it is up to me to keep everyone safe, and I err on safety, and you know this. So that means if it gets out of hand and people are not listening, I will inform the police. We are shutting it down. We're going in the building and we're going on about our business, and everybody gonna have to leave, and it's going to be a shame if that happens. So I need to tell you, sorry, not sorry. I am doing what's best for our community. So I'm counting on everybody to please follow directions and please be polite and kind to our staff who's going to be out there. Let's just work together because it's about giving the kids a memorable experience. Okay, so I'm going to attempt to go to all my questions and comments now. So work with me while I do this. So I'm going to stop sharing now. And I am going to go to some comments. It was quite a few, guys. Okay, bear with me. I'm just looking for some questions if we haven't answered it.
Presentation will be made available to everyone.
Yes, we are recording this presentation and we are sending the link out to the families. Also, if we have twins, you know, I have a set of twins, and so graduation time was that advantage for me because I always got double. Twins get double. So as long as there is a Westlake graduate in full regalia in your car, in your vehicle, okay. If you separate your twins, they're in the vehicle. So twins always get an advantage. Remember that they got double tickets and everything. So don't hate on the twins because you know my heart is for twins. I have them. Okay.
Hey, Miss Roberts, I see a question about graduates need to wear under their gown. Is it okay if I just answer that one real quick? We are not going to be as I hate saying this, be as strict. Yeah, we're not going to be as strict in years past. We know that you all have gone through a lot. I don't like going to the stores right now. I couldn't imagine someone else wanting to go to the stores right now. We're asking that you wear what you have ready. We want you to look as nice as possible. Just know that this is kind of a day for you. We want you to be able to wear what you can to be comfortable underneath your cap and gown, but still looks appropriate for, you know, obviously this is a dignified ceremony. We want you to look appropriate for the slideshow and what you have. So again, we're not going to be looking under caps and gowns or anything like that. But, you know, we just want to make sure that you understand that it's for you and the parents. Just make sure you wear what, you know, what you deem appropriate.
Don't ask us what's under ours either. Okay, so exactly. We're gonna be out there all day, so we're gonna be comfortable. I would advise though, ladies with high heels, you guys are going to get out of your cars in the parking lot. You're going to have to cross over the, you know, a little bitty barrier island with the grass, so heels may sink. You're going to walk across that stage. We cannot help you if you tumble. Remember I said that at the beginning of the year, how I was grabbing people and shaking hands and trying to hold them. And so I joked about it, you know, at the beginning of the year, but it's serious now. If you fall in those heels on that outdoor stage, we're going to look at you with our mask on, you know, and go, ooh, girl, you got to get up. You know, what can we do? We love you, but we might take a picture. But anyway, be comfortable in your shoes and be safe in the shoes that you wear. I do not, but I never advise heels. But this is going to be a little different. So, you know, be safe in those shoes. Let me put it that way. Because again, we are not grabbing your hand to help you off the stage. It's not handshakes, you know. So again, this is the social distancing thing that's happening. Okay. There should have been some graduation announcements. We do have some here still, don't we, Mr. Griffiths?
I don't know what's in all of the boxes. I didn't want to go through. I think I have 4 sets left, and they're in. I put them in people's bags as they come to pick up for Friday. Anything that was ordered from Johnson's, how about that? If you order extra tassel, whatever you got, I put it in the bags with your diploma and all that stuff.
During the drop-off process, yes, you do drop off your parking pass. Refunds for your kids' lunch accounts go through Charles County Public Schools. That's not a Westlake thing. That will go through Charles County Public Schools for refunds for lunch accounts.
So June 2nd is not a video. We will not be streaming a ceremonial walk. It's just going to be a picture opportunity. So that's kind of what June 2nd is. We're going to stage the whole thing so that students have an opportunity to get that picture on stage. And we still get to have a little bit of fun. The students get to walk across a stage to celebrate. You know, that's kind of what that is. We're staging that celebration. We're not videoing on the 2nd. The video will be shown on June 11th, and that's really just going to be the speeches and all of the pictures that are compiled by the board.
Someone mentioned art lockers. I'm not familiar with that, but I can make sure that the art teachers know that you want everything. I saw Mr. Reynolds today actually in the building making sure he gathered his students' art. So I believe those will be with everything. Since the transcripts are sealed, it will be one official copy of the transcript and one unofficial. If you apply to more than one university, at this point, you should have had those transcripts at the university so that you could be accepted. That official transcript, usually when you are accepted into a university, they want the final copy of your official transcript, and that is the purpose of that, okay? They always want that final transcript. Protection measures in place, we talked about the mask. So you will get a mask that's a Westlake mask. If you want your own mask, that's fine as long as it's appropriate. Also, when the students get out of the vehicles and line up, and we call it when the students are on deck, that group of students, we will have actually markings on the ground that are 6 feet apart. So when you walk across the stage, oh, here's something important, Mr. Griffiths. In your bags also is your diploma cover. When you walk across the stage, you have that diploma cover with you. So when you get out of your vehicle, you're going to show up in your cap and gown, all of your awards and everything on, your all of your stoles on. You're going to get out of the car, and you will also have your diploma cover that we have already given you with you. So when you walk across the stage, it really is a ceremonial walk. You're going to get up on stage with the diploma cover already in your hand. Once you walk across that stage, your name will be called. So you're going to give your card, because you're going to have a card and a diploma cover. You're going to give the card to the announcer. You're going to lay it on the table. The announcer will announce your name as if it is a regular ceremony with thousands in attendance. We're going to give it that much love. They will announce your name. You will walk, and those with college who are familiar with college graduations, that's how you do it. You give the person your index card. Your name is already on it because it's on a label. The person will read the name off. There will be sound in the parking lot so people can hear it. So you're going to walk across that stage with your diploma cover in your hand, pose for your picture, walk down off the stage, go get back in your car. Your money will also be in the bag. So for those who paid over in senior dues, you're owed a refund. I already signed those refund checks. Those will be in your bag also. NCAA eligibility, let Coach Zach know. Also, let your coach know what you need, and we're making it happen. I don't know. Somebody said getting our loans back. I don't know what you mean by that. I don't know what you mean by that. If you're talking about the dues, that's what you'll get that back. When it's time to take the picture, yes, I would. Yes, go ahead and take your mask off. It's time to take your picture, and then put your mask back on and go. But absolutely, I don't want the pictures in the mask. I'm sure your family might be cute though. That's a story to tell your kids. You know, you listen to the stories where the people went to school with the snow up to their neck. Now you're about to have some stories for your grandkids.
It is pretty fair.
Please mute, guys.
No, you got no, you bought that. I can't take
T-Bell, T-Bell, we can hear you talking.
Thank you.
We talked about that. Okay, making sure. I'm just going through these answers. Multiple graduates, we talked about that. We talked about that. If you can fit, I answered the question with the cars, who you can fit in the vehicle. How much time should we ride? Okay, good question. So on Tuesday, June 2nd, someone wanted to know how much time should they arrive before their scheduled time. And they were concerned about a backlog. I say at the most arrive about 30 minutes before your scheduled time. That's like at the most. I believe I must have really crazy faith because I just really believe that we're gonna be like, come on, let's go. So at the most, please do not arrive 2 hours before your scheduled time. That would cause a backlog. The way we're doing it is we actually have times and we have scheduled like 40 people an hour to process. So 40 people an hour, we got space, we got that back lot to hold you until it's your turn. But we have actually scheduled 40 people an hour. And then that's where we're not, though we're moving swiftly, we at least give you the love you deserve. Okay. I'm just, again, looking at the questions. Somebody wants to know if they can get out of their car. One person gets out of the car, stands in front of the vehicle to take the picture. I'm just going through making sure. No photos together of students to commemorate, no. First of all, there's really no time because once your child walks across the ceremonial stage, they will do their ceremonial walk, they walk down, they get their pictures taken, they get in the car. So what's going to happen is after that first 2 rows of people finish, because you're going to be in the car for the first 2 rows of people, once they're done, we are dismissing you from the parking lot. You guys are going to leave. The next 2 sets of rows will come up and they will take the place. So as far as getting pictures together with friends, not on school property. I can't condone that on school property. Now, the kids that are on deck and they're standing to the side, we would ask that adults not approach those students. They are standing to the side. If you are getting out the front of your car to see, if you're in the first 2 rows and you see your child and you have a Zoom, use the Zoom feature, take a picture of those ones that are in line. Life Touch will be sending us a link where you can professionally order what they are taking. I'm just looking at, and just see if there's any other questions.
The bags on Friday for pickup. We'll have as many things we can get you. All we got as the awards come in, we're getting them in the bags. You know, everything that we have, you will have in those bags. So you know, stoles, caps, gowns, everything that you'll be able to wear, we're getting in the bags as we speak. There's people down there doing that.
When will we be notified of this inclement weather? We're going to be watching the weather just like you guys. And so I pray, you know, I hope that we can hope and pray that we're outside. But if not, I'm really leaving it up to that last minute. So maybe the evening before, I will send out a blast. Hey guys, it looks like it's going to rain tomorrow. You know, it's just really because we want it outside so badly. It's just not easy to make that call. And you know, the weatherman can't even make the call really. So I'm going to try to communicate as best as possible, sending out those blasts. I'll be doing that as best that I can. Guidelines for the pins, the stoles, and the awards. Here is something that's important. That's something that we usually do for the kids. When you're at home to get a good photo, we need you to go ahead and pin that stole to the gown at home. Go ahead and do those pins at home. Stand there, look in the mirror, make sure it's working out well, but make sure that it's pinned and it's looking nice. The worst thing that can happen is you walk across the stage and your stole is half hanging off, and because we can't go up there and adjust it. Usually it really is up close and personal, and we're grabbing the student and pinning for them, but we just can't do it this time. So go ahead and do that at home so that when you arrive, again, we don't know what you have on underneath. You're all zipped up because it's teal gowns, and you have your stoles there in place and really flat with the pins. You have on your awards and everything. You get out of the car with your card that you're going to be giving, with your diploma cover, and you're on deck, okay? I'm I'm just making sure that I get everything. If
There's
it's
some questions there. You can
anything
handle those ones, Ms. Roberts.
else, ones.
That are about the caps.
Are accepting any fees due by cash or check on that day, on May 29th. So there will be a station out there where somebody will be there with a receipt book to give you a receipt. The band trip for Disney World is going to be a separate conversation, but we got really, to me, lucky with that one in the very beginning with that trip. Oh my God, they didn't want to give us anything. But then everything closed down, so they had to give us some things. I'm going to have Mr. Pathlisic reach out to you guys, or Mr. Shuttleworth reach out to everyone regarding the latest updates. But you know, the last I heard, because at first Disney World Resorts were like, no, we're not closing. And then Southwest was like, no, we gave you a discount. And I said, you know what? I'm not even going to get upset. I'm just going to pray about it. And sure enough, everything closed down, and we were excited because it was like, that is more money comes. I don't know if it's all the money, but more money will come for that. And again, Mr. Pathlisic or Mr. Shuttleworth will get with you with that. And I'll send them out a reminder and let them know that that was a question that came up today. The reimbursement for the trip for Congress, that was the one with Abbott. I remember signing those checks. That's going to be either mailed to you. That may have gotten mailed. It's going to get mailed, or I have to check on that with Miss Myers, because I remember signing those checks. We did that. Anybody graduating as a National Honor Society student, or if they are top 10, they know that they get they get a little extra with their cap and gown. We can't add anything to our videos. So every school will have the same look of a graduation for the virtual graduations. We can't add anything to it. Again, please bear with me as I'm looking at the questions. Can seniors decorate their caps? We're not looking at the top of your head. Make sure it's appropriate. That's the extra you get. That's all I'm going to say about that. That's your business. That's all. That's it. I'm saying. Okay. But if it's anything inappropriate, like cussing or something like that, we just going to be looking at you like, I don't think so. So don't be embarrassing us out here. You're going to be representing still Westlake stuff. Okay. I'm just going through. Caps and gowns were already ordered, then they should be in the bag. Refunds for classes taken during the summer, will those refunds be available on Friday? I have to check. Please send me an email about that, because I need to look into a little bit more of what you mean by that. So please send me an email about that, droberts@ccboe.com, okay? Yearbooks, good question. So we don't know is the question about that. The question is, will the yearbooks be in the bag on Friday? Yearbooks were all ordered. Yearbooks are being shipped. We're waiting for the shipment. So we want them to get here by Friday. God, we want them to be here by Friday so that we can get them all in the bags, and then that we don't have to worry about it. If they are not here in enough time, because again, we are actually looking for them. We're out at the mailbox like it's, you know, like we're serious about, we're looking for these yearbooks. If they are not here in time, we did talk to the yearbook company. They have been shipped. If they're not here in time, what's going to happen is we're going to have another day where people come up in a socially distanced way and pick up those yearbooks. But everybody got yearbooks because they were all paid for. That was part of your senior dues, okay? I'm just making sure I have everything that we covered. Anybody who brought any projects supplies into ROTC for special projects, what I will do is I will talk to Commander and Senior Chief, and for those students, we will put those in your bag. So thank you for letting us know that. So that's something that I need to share with Commander and Senior Chief that they can make sure things are put in your bag. You cannot wear a stole that's not provided by the school. We are good. We have enough volunteers for this because we want to make sure that we are serving our community. So it will be enough Westlake staff here that we don't need extra volunteers, but I appreciate that. I'm just going through. Graduation programs. They were supposed to be in the bag on actually Friday. We wanted the graduation programs in the bag on Friday. And then the printer called us today because we sent it to print. So printer called us today and said, oh, we'll deliver them on the 29th. So if they get here in enough time, each family, each graduate gets 5 programs, 5 graduation programs. So when we get them on Friday, we're actually going to have somebody hurry up, open the box, bunch them by 5, put a rubber band around it, and hopefully we can have those with you on Friday. If not, for those who want virtual, you'll get it that day. I mean, those who are going to come on June 2nd, you'll have them that day. But the programs are actually finished, and each family will get 5 programs. Thank you, Central Office, for paying for that. Okay. I'm just looking for something else. Okay. Your t-shirts, your class of 2020 t-shirts are in the bag already. Okay. So hopefully we have covered this. Hopefully it's been informative for you. We are actually 3 minutes early. Thank you. That's how we do it, Westlake. Remember, we're trying to be early graduates. Okay. So hopefully I covered all your questions. And again, if I haven't, feel free to either send Mr. Griffiths a question or myself, and we will be happy to answer your questions. Also, I am going to send this out to you. So, you know, you can delete the link or whatever, but I'm going to send the link out to this meeting to you. Graduates, I want to say congratulations. Congratulations, families. You worked hard. All right. So thank you, everybody. I'm going to end the meeting now, and I appreciate everybody, all of this cooperation, everybody coming out. So thank you again. Bye-bye.